Hey, what's up guys, it's me Lizzie and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't exactly remember where we left off in this game. I think we were about to read a poem or something like that. I'm not sure. We were going to do something along those lines. I don't even remember how to really play this game. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through the text you've already read. Okay. Have I read this already? Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's, I haven't read this. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from Spiral Notebook. Click, Lizzie, click. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, some poems. Who should I show my poem to first? I think Sayori, because we're best friends with Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. Exactly, my sentiments exactly. She's my good friend, after all. Yes, indeed, indeed. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Lizzie. I hate that my name is Lizzie in this. I didn't know I was a guy. Hey, I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Aha. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you a lot better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Lizzie poem. And that makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room, question mark. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Lizzie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Okay, let us read Sayori's poem. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through the blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh, click outside the poem area to continue. What a Sayori thing to end with. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yes, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Whoops, I clicked something. Return. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. I have no idea how to do those laughs. I don't want to go like, oh god, what was that about? This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, but next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Next person. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's show it to... I feel like we should show it to Monica last. I don't know, because I think that the character really likes Monica. So... let's show it to... I feel like Natsuki's just gonna, like, give us really bad criticism on it, so let's show it to Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Okay, eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Fair enough. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't ever take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. I like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's why that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Aw, how nice. Now, who should we read our poem to next? Again, I think we're gonna read it to Monica next because because our character, I think, likes Monica the best, so we're gonna show it to her last. So let's do Yuri next. Okay. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Oh god, move, leave, go away. Hold on. Okay. What are we holding on to? This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yes. Why do you ask? I'm just asking, I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. It's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her head, her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. I can't read. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there were specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even in a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them and getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time. Why do I keep doing that? It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives a valuable feedback. Well, Natsuki's wasn't that valuable. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Exactly. Biased, how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ooh, what fancy handwriting. This is called Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's very nice. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. That was like the best handwriting I've ever seen. I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. When they make the laughing, like, the or the, I don't know what sound to make. I don't know. I'm very awkward reading this. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Lizzie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solid putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. And Monica. Our dear sweet Monica, you are next. Hi, Lizzie. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the literature club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. It'd be much better of just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I have to get used to it. Ha ha ha! Don't worry, Lizzie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting when I'm reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find out the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find out what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Well, you probably are very good. You started this club. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Get out. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Yes, let's read it. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Interesting. So what do you think? It's very free-form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Yay, I love it when the camera cuts out. So fun! We only missed a few lines, so I'm just going to start from here. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Well, thank you, Monica. Thanks for listening. Okay, what are we doing now? Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Well, as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns her poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Lizzie did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Lizzie liked my poem too, you know? He even told me that it was impressive, that he was impressed by it. Again, it's really weird to say my name with guys' adjectives. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Well, that's not what Ooh, the music has changed. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just too jealous that Lizzie appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you think he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lizzie started to show up. Natsuki, Natsuki, that doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if I just noticed I was standing there. Lizzie, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me to explain that to her, Lizzie. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is to only unnecessarily limit yourself. It's also just a waste. If you understand that, right, Lizzie? How did I get trapped into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Who do we agree with? I don't even know what we're arguing about, really. I'm just gonna go with help me, Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri, but Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori, yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Lizzie, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes... Stop! It's time to stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's fine. That's why I have to have a good vice president. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways. Isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. See, I told you that he likes her. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did we all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Lizzie, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same thing. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself that I learned a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Lizzie, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Lizzie, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say it more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Are we writing another poem? Okay, we're gonna do other words now. I want to impress... Okay, we gotta make a decision now. Who are we going to try to swoon? Who are we going to try to impress? Like, not Sayori, because Sayori's like our childhood friend, and not Natsuki, because Natsuki's just a little fireball over there. So I'm going for like either Yuri or Monica. But I think I'm gonna do Monica because like the character already kind of likes her. So, let's go. Feather. Oh, great, that was Sayori. Excitement. That was Sayori. God damn it. Dark. Why is that cute? Okay. Despise. Jumpy. Bliss. Crimson. Essence. Daydream. Waterfall. Disaster. Tenacious. Fireworks. Strawberry. Hopeless. Philosophy. Intellectual. Chocolate. Aura. This is the last one, isn't it? Sadness. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Can I just say something quick? What school, like, has a club that meets every single day after school? Who has the time? I wouldn't have the time for this. Like, and to, like, write a poem, like, in just one night, and then the next night write another poem? I don't know. I would be able to do that. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, their usual scene greets me. Hi, Lizzie. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simplest things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. Sure you weren't. It was something in my book. Oh yeah, sure it was. Yuri, tell Lizzie to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that, Sayori. Besides, You should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. You're not even reading the book right now. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen too much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think of that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution? That, exactly. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit for that, Sayori. What? Did you just smack her? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and she tumbles under the desk. Ow! Okay, wait, did you smack her? Or did something else smack her? What was that? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Isn't this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one is almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She has a what? She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Oh, a date? That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must have not heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play sometime for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Lizzie. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished the entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Lizzie. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. What does she want now? I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, there's this festival coming up, and me and Monica are gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Lizzie to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Lizzie? Yep, let's go. Let's go on an adventure. Oh, jeez. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind Sayori. As Sayori hums and skips down around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yeah. We're going to do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Lizzie, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like, you say all the lines of the poem like, between my feet. The last remaining flower beckoned to me. The twist of the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But what to ends I have summoned this joy. For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. So I'm excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Lizzie, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happiness vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings out a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Aw, that's nice. The two of us enter a classroom. Sayori's head straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in there. Crayons. Sayori pulls out a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons into the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Gah. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls on the floor and the crayons spill over her lap. Aww. Ow. Guys, I think Sayori is just a train wreck. She's just... Oh my gosh, she's just a train wreck. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting up on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, it's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Lizzie, where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to though. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain series makes a silly little joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. So we're going to go find an ice pack now, or a cold drink. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it and it'll feel better soon. Looks like you've cleaned up most of the crayons. That's good. Hey Lizzie, this kind of reminds me of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would hurt myself. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself. And were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I wasn't always so forced on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it is my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Lizzie, I don't think you realize, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, if you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy, you're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I really do think of this all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Lizzie, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's going to see her forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Aha! She clutches her forehead again. She don't stand up so fast after you're hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Back to the classroom. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead into a shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all of this stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Aha! Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Lizzie. Well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. That's good enough, you know, that's good enough. Everything has to be an adventure. It's good enough. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I show my poem to first? I think again we're gonna show it to Sayori first. Lizzie, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one's too. Yesterday's and this one's too. Yesterday and this one too. God, what's wrong with me? You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so, no way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think that's it. Well, what do you mean? Well, I guess, I'll be honest about it. It's about a lot easier to write poems than when I'm thinking about you. Whoa, stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. Why do I keep doing this? Okay, well, I need to save the game eventually, but it's okay. I just mean you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life adventurous. Even the little things, like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. Sigh. You never really understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Yeah, hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. I think you're a small child. At least you have the brain of one. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Lizzie, will you still give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Sigh. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. But being an attentive for surroundings, she bumps right into me. So sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up her broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk behind her to support herself. Her knees are shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I grab Sayori's arm and sit her down at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Okay, another poem by Sayori. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all of my dreams, little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts in a bottle all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Oh, this is a long one. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring the dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding behind the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I'll open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That is interesting. Holy crap. Siri, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like it was meant to express myself this way. Even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about it, haven't you? About this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing is the best. It is the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die. Don't get that ahead of yourself. Siri's always getting in the habit of obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this one is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I read my poem to next? Are we ever gonna get a chance to read our own poem? Like, I don't know. Who did we do? I think we're just gonna go in the same order. Let's do Natsuki. Some constructive criticism from Natsuki. Well, it's not any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. I'm glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Oh yeah, definitely. Well then keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might have the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can somebody so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary, but think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, fly away like letting go of a balloon. Why do I keep clicking these things? You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sings the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Okay. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best that I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people recognize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting one and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to this. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. We have to write another poem. Okay, well, we're doing Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Lizzie. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way, so don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Again, such nice handwriting. The raccoon. That just reminded me of South Park with the coon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, but my subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. My bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its place and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm really projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and feed myself again. That's all. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge more in my unusual hobbies. It's one of those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. Does she really feel that way? Yeah. It sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies, but I suppose it's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. but I'm glad you're a good listener. And Monica. Hi again, Lizzie. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going to be bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. You spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. It's just, I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you could talk to me every now and again too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. And Monica's poem. Oh, this is also... Oh, this is not a very long one. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony. I don't know what that says. A meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Okay. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how this space, your words can totally change the mood in a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Aha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you change your mind. Okay. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is that tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Aha, that's my advice for today. Okay, thanks for listening. Well, we're going to save it there. We're gonna just... Okay, I was told that I have all these slots and whatever, right? But like, why would I go back to like different points of the game? Like, can I not just save it into the same slot? Like, you know what? We'll just save it into that slot. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Okay, so that is all for Doki Doki Literature Club for today. I really want to get to the creepy part because so far this game is not creepy whatsoever. I really want to get to the horror part of it because I think that part would be the most fun to play and the most fun to record, and I'm just very patiently waiting for that. So, yeah, that is all. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And that is all for now. Stay lost, my friends, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!